I'm thinking the stream, unfortunately, may be a little quieter than normal. And by that I mean I think I'm not going to be talking so much. It's already been about 40 minutes. I haven't really talked about anything at all. Usually, I feel like when people say that, when they say they haven't said anything at all, they've been yapping for a while. They've been just kind of yapping nonsense for however long, you know what I mean? Like, they'll just keep talking and they'll be like, oh, I haven't really said anything in a while. Let me stop talking and talking your ear off and all that. But, like, I literally mean I haven't said much at all. I've been working on this apple for a while. It's one of the biggest apples I've ever seen. I don't know why we have huge apples in our store. I don't know if that's like a California thing or just like an apple manufacturer thing nationally to make their apples huge. But the apples are ginormous, man. Huge. I feel like I enjoy an apple that's of modest size. I can eat it, scarf it down in like 5 or 10 minutes at most. Get on with my day. But these big ones are a hassle. You gotta work for them. If you're like me and you eat the whole apple, you gotta eat like way too much apple. It makes you full and you're like, oh, now I feel like I'm bloated and I wanted to feel a little healthy eating an apple, but that like kind of defeats the purpose. I still eat it though. I still like apples. Sorry, I just dropped a couple seeds. I don't want my dog to eat those later. If you didn't know, I feel like this is common sense for a lot of people, but I know some younger people watch these videos. If you didn't know, I didn't know for a while, apple seeds are actually toxic to most things, I think. If you eat an apple seed, they have cyanide in them. So if you eat like 1,000 in one sitting, you'll just die because they'll poison you. They're not all that poisonous. I think if you eat that many over a span of like many years, first of all, it's kind of impressive. I don't know if I've probably eaten less than 100 by accident of apple seeds. So if you eat a lethal dose accidentally, that's still impressive to me, to be honest. But anyways, yeah, at least to humans, apple seeds are toxic. So, you know, if you're like me and you eat the whole apple, you just kind of have to be careful and take out the seeds as you eat them. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little tiny seed in my hand there. Let me look that up, actually. I'm actually kind of curious now. See how many apple seeds it would take to kill an adult man. How many apple seeds are toxic? Apple seeds do indeed contain amygdalin, chemical compound formed of sugar and cyanide. 1 gram of apple seeds contains around half a milligram. half a. Oh god, maybe I ate one. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Choked on something there. I choked on my spit. Something. Anyways, I was saying 1 gram of apple seeds contains around half a milligram of cyanide. But the lethal dose of cyanide is over 50 milligrams. So about 100 apple seeds in one sitting will do it. Will do you in. I mean, I was just saying I probably have eaten, I would hope, less than that over my life, accidentally. But I mean, honestly, I think even if I have even eaten that many over the course of many years, it's not really a problem. You have to eat that much in like one sitting. You're gonna have to destroy like, I don't know, like 50 apples just to get that many seeds anyways. So I think eating that many apples alone would be more dangerous than the seeds, to be honest with you. Alright. There's our double HP Mobs medal. Looks like we got some monkeys for the event. Let's go ahead and move on here. Got half cash next and alternate Bloons rounds. Those might be interesting. If any of these medals are going to give us a tough time, it's going to be these two. Half cash means we cannot buy Silas right away. But we can buy an ice monkey, which is going to be interesting because it's about the worst thing that we can buy on a half cash game as our first monkey. I'm not sure we can even upgrade it effectively, because without any support, a tier 2 ice monkey is still not going to do all that much for us. So let me see if I have any insta monkeys that'll help us out. Let's see, what do I have here? 203 ice cannon. There we go, that's what I want. We'll keep you around, and we'll keep doing these, we'll keep mining these rocks here so we can get some extra cash. That should do it. I think this should get us through. Maybe. I think we're gonna have to maybe be a bit stricter with our money. I think we should be able to buy at least one banana farm And again, we can go top path because that's going to give us the most money, the most quickly, and for cheapest. But I mean, this guy can handle his own for a while. This map is easy enough that this rock being in the way is not really an issue. The balloons go around enough times to not really be an issue. So I'm thinking what we want to do. We're going to want to buy a banana farm after we get this rock out, because we won't have enough to get this one out right away. Usually we would get $3,000 by the time this rock would be done, right? But we do not have that in this game, so let's just go ahead and get the farm and another banana farmer. Again, we need some XP for this guy, so we're going to use him as much as possible across all our different games. Then we can get Silas, and that should carry us for a while. We can start buying some more ice monkeys and upgrading them. That should do it for a while. Now this banana farm, unfortunately, I don't think is going to pay for itself for quite a while. So we're going to have to be smart about where we sink our money, because we won't get it back for a while. I have found that going just top path when we have just like a single banana farm, going just top path is a pretty good investment, because both of these upgrades here generate more money, which means they'll pay for themselves more quickly, whereas this one here leaked a few balloons there. This middle path upgrade here is saying the bananas are not worth more money, they just last longer, so you can pick them up without them rotting, which is completely obsolete with a farmer, obviously. We'll just leave the top path going for a while here. And in the meantime, we have a choice to make. We can either go camo bananas to get even more money, but it does cost a pretty penny. We could take a little risk and maybe wait for this rock here. We can wait till we can afford this rock and buy that. Or we can just buy our ice monkeys now. To be honest with you, I think we should do this. Have this all generate a little bit more money, then we'll start upgrading our monkeys. I'm starting to think we need the help. There we go. Look at these guys set up. We'll have to decide again what we want to spend our money on. It is about to be around 40. I didn't really realize that. So I guess what we want is tier 4 here on the ice monkey, on the bottom path ice monkey. Alright, let's see how the banana farm is doing. I think the first banana farm costs about $12.50, so that's already paid for itself. And the upgrades, I think, like just roughing it costs about $1,000. We're almost there. We're almost paid off there. I'm not too sure what this what this number here is, because I think it's always a little bit different. If you look at like the banana farm income here and the banana farmer income, it's always a little bit different, and I don't know why. I don't know what that chatter is saying. I don't know if that's like broken English or Spanish or something. You playing game of Macacos Sendo yeah, I don't know that language. I think that's another language. Anyways, what I was trying to say, the number here for the banana farm and the banana farmer are always a little bit different. And I never know why. I know the banana farmer has camo bananas, so it gets a little bit more income from a different source. But like, I don't know if that's what causes the difference there. Because you would think they would both have this number here, like the 250-20, right? And then this guy has a little bit more because of the camo bananas, but that's not the case. It has a little bit less. A little weird. I don't really get it, but I digress. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and take out this rock. That should allow us to buy tier 3s pretty easily if we don't have them already. And in the meantime, I think we can go for tier 2 on the banana farm. We can go ahead and buy both of these upgrades here, because this upgrade does get you some more money. So that's about another 1,200 out, but we should be able to get that back pretty soon. Let's see, let's go ahead and buy tier 3 on the bottom path, or the top path, Ice Monkey, excuse me. And we'll get the middle path when we have enough for it. We'll just chill out until then. Alright, this should be done a few more rounds, so we should be able to buy banana plantation and another farm after that. At this point, I'm not really sure we need the farm, because we should be able to buy the rest of the tier 4s here without any extra income pretty easily. Basically everything from this point on, almost just gravy. At this point, it's playing like a normal hard game. And these guys can handle a normal hard game by themselves, so not really worried about much at all here. Okay, there's our money. Let's go ahead and upgrade this second farm all the way. And that'll be our income for these tier 4s. That'll take us to the end of the game. Let's do some math here. I kind of want to know how much money we've sank into each of these farms. I think the first farm was a little cheaper than the second one, but I'll just say it was $13.25 for both to make it a little easier to calculate. So let's say $16.50 or $26.50 for both. Actually, no. Hold on. Let me not confuse myself. It'll be $13.25 plus. I think the first tier of upgrades. Yeah, the first tier of upgrades is like 1,000. Then the second tier is like another 1,000. Let's say $33.25 plus another $3,300 for banana plantation. So let's say each farm is about $3,600. Maybe be a bit generous and say $3,800. So you might not pay for yourself by the end of this game, maybe. You're way past paid for yourself. You're almost paid for both of these, to be honest with you. Both of these combined might be enough to break even. And then the banana farmer is an extra 1,000 on top of that for the camo bananas. So, you know, 3,800 roughly plus 1,000, so 4,800. 4,800 plus 3,800. What is that, like 8,600, I think? $3,800. Sorry, 3,800 plus 4,800. Yeah, 8,600. Okay, cool. Good to know. Just some nerd stuff. Good to know, I guess. Alright. I think we've got this. I'm not sure there's much else to surprise us for the rest of this game. We can go ahead and dump the rest of our money into Silas, which might be the first time we've actually done that. I always mention it. Oh, we're gonna spend the rest of our extra money on our hero. But then there actually never ends up being any extra money left over, unfortunately. Looks like today we can do that, though. Oh, or not. Or not. How did that get through? How did you get through? Okay, maybe I should just shut up. Maybe I should just shut up, huh? All right. Well, that's annoying, for sure. Just gonna go ahead and try alternate Bloons rounds because, I mean, we could do a half cash game. I think we could maybe use our abilities a little bit better. That would have been fine, but I just don't want to have to wait through all of that again. Plus, I kind of burned a good insta there. I don't know if we have another one like that. We have a couple tier 3s, but I don't know if I want to use those. We can just change our strategy up. We can use like use Ben or Etienne to save on some money. alternate balloon rounds, I really don't know how to approach. I still don't understand the changes in the rounds. I know leads come out really early. I know camos, I think, already showed up during like round 5 or something like that. Round like 6. I did just see some regrows. So, I mean, it's definitely harder, don't get me wrong. Silas seems to be handling it fine. And I just don't really know how to prepare for alternate Bloons rounds. But to be honest with you, I'm thinking we can kind of just do the same thing we've been doing. Let's hope that it'll work. I think we might have to say, though, that tier 5s might have to be a requirement. I was thinking maybe tier 4s could help us through most of the game. Like, I was thinking those tier 4s in the half-cash game were going to get us to the end. But clearly that didn't happen, so... we'll just have to, save up for a tier 5 eventually. Just play it by ear for the most part. Silas is still doing great, so let's go ahead and just buy this. And see if we can get camo bananas safely. So by the time this rock here is broken in another, what, like 7 rounds, then we'll have quite a bit of money to spend on our ice monkeys. Alright, let's get this started. Of course, the obvious choice for the tier 5 is going to be Absolute Zero, because it is the cheapest. I don't know if that's what we want to do. Oh, okay. I guess we're just screwed here, huh? I don't have anything to counter that. I don't have enough money. Unless a Super Monkey Storm is 50. No, I thought not. Okay. Well, we do have some new upgrades for the Banana Farmer Pro, though. What do we have here? Bananas occasionally drop peels to blow back balloons and remove regrow. Interesting. Banana Farmer can target a banana farm to produce regrow bananas? What does that even mean? Increases bank income in radius and collects bank's money when full. Bank money when full. Okay. I mean, if we're gonna go for camo bananas, the only one we can do is regrow bananas. Which, I don't know if that means they give us extra lives or just extra money. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out. Clearly something went wrong there. I think we need to upgrade our monkeys a little sooner.